Bacon HQ in Des Moines, Iowa. This is a very special episode of the Level Up Lariat podcast right here at twitch.tv/nerdbacon, brought to you by the three fine fellows from nerdbacon.com. Can I say nerdbacon.com some more?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. My name is Jeff, a.k.a. Jefferoth from nerdbacon.com.
And I'm Dave the Watchman from nerdbacon.com.
And I'm Level Up Justin from nerdbacon.com, which we all said nerdbacon.com.
Excellent.
Drill it into their head.
In case there was any doubt as to who we are.
And
That's right.
A special edition because we're going to be here live streaming and talking over the announcements for EVO 2018, the biggest fighting game tournament of the year.
It's
buddy.
That the three of us are planning to attend in Las Vegas this summer. And we have lots to get to before the show. The show's going to begin here in about a half hour. It's going to be actually 20 minutes.
Yes.
They'll do the announcements for the roster of games that will be there. So fellas, let's kind of so we're going to bypass normal wrestling and video game news talk. It wasn't really a whole lot to get into anyway either way.
Nope.
And this just sort of popped up and became our. And Dave messaged me and said, "Hey, this is happening." And then, okay, let's go. We have a podcast tonight.
Yep, it's a very special edition of the Level Up Lariat podcast tonight.
Yep.
Right.
That's
so,
right.
fellas, let's talk about what games we expect to be here. Obviously, the obvious ones: Street Fighter, Tekken, Dragon Ball Fighters, Soul Calibur 6, I think will be in there as well, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That would be at least 5. Now there'll be 7 or 8.
They're saying 7 now. Joey, Mr. Wizard, he likes to sneak in like a bonus game. Like last year, they talked about 8 games. It's definitely going to be 8 games, but then they did the player's choice. You vote for who wins the 9th slot.
Right.
Right.
So let's discuss games that we think will be here. I guess that Street Fighter, Tekken, Dragon Ball. I saw some no's on Soul Calibur.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 6 isn't going to be out in time for EVO. That's a fall release. We'll probably see a nice demo build at EVO for everyone to try out, and I'll probably get run over again like I almost did for Dragon Ball Z last year. But yeah.
Injustice obviously will be there. So,
I think that's
Street Fighter,
a question
Tekken.
Mark.
What? Street Fighter, Tekken. I mean, TMNT is coming out very soon. So
That's
there's still
true.
hype around that.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, Tekken, Injustice, Dragon Ball, Marvel vs. Capcom. So there's 5 for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
That were with me. So then, if there's 2 more, are we going to see a Blaze Blue?
I don't think we see a Blaze Blue. Let's see. You had Street Fighter, Tekken 7. First off, let's talk about some of the games that have come out in the past year here. We've got Tekken 7 just came out in June of last year, so it's been at EVO for the past few years, but it's entering its first full year in the public domain. Street Fighter 5 just launched Arcade Edition and Season 3 just this past January, so they've rebalanced the game and things are going well there. And of course, the big enchilada that just entered the room, Dragon Ball Fighters. Gentlemen,
very
how
spicy.
Good is this game, really?
Oh my god, it's so good. But before we start waxing poetic about this amazing game, are we gonna actually have the stream on our stream?
Yes, I'm just waiting for that stream to start.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. And we're actually gonna be watching at the Red Bull Esports Twitch account is where it's coming off of.
Correct.
Yep. And we will have that here on the screen here. So if you're watching our stream, we're gonna talk over the stream. You'll actually watch it along with us.
Right.
And Dragon Ball 5 is so goddamn good, guys. Like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm itching to play some more of it. I got kind of caught up in Destiny 2 because Iron Banner happened, and I got on PC, and it looked amazing on PC. But it's been taking me away from Dragon Ball and Monster Hunter, and I want to get back in Dragon Ball so hard. I'm so pumped for this to be played on the main stage with high-level talent that I could only imagine.
There's no question it'll be on the main stage. I think the big question is, will this get more entrants than Street Fighter 5? Traditionally, Street Fighter gets the highest total of people entering, but will Dragon Ball Z beat it this year? Oh, I just got the preview splash.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, yep, it's out there.
Fellas, here's my question to you. Do we see Smash Melee?
That's a good point. I don't know if we see Smash Melee or not. I think
the fans will riot if they don't.
One of the Smashes... Oh, I'm sorry, Justin, go ahead.
No. I was just... You mentioned something earlier in the show about, like a player's choice. Or, like, that maybe that becomes, like, kind of like that one of those games that gets kind of, like, voted in, or one of those, like, player's choice kind of games. Because I think they're going to eliminate one of the two. I think Smash 4 stays. I think Melee.
Want 4 to stay. That's so hard to watch.
I think Melee is the one that goes.
God.
I mean, maybe not like permanent, but maybe it's like you said, a voted in, or like it sneaks in or something like that.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
maybe not. But
I agree. Smash Melee is really difficult. Or Smash 4. I'm sorry, is really difficult to watch. But
can be difficult to watch. Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had Street Fighter people still clamoring to have Third Strike be played at EVO? At some point, you've got to move on, and it's time for Smash to move on. Of course, we're going to have to move on to Smash 5 or whatever the next iteration of Smash is coming up here in the next few months, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you look at the games that were there last year and the ones that will probably not come back. I mean, obviously, MVC3 is not going to be here on the main stage because Infinite's there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Guilty Gear XRD Rev3 was there last year. I don't think we'll see it again this year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pulling up the lineup from last year.
You don't think we're going to see Guilty Gear again?
Well, I think Dragon Ball is replacing that as far as the Arc Sys game is concerned.
Wow. I know we're not going to see Blaze Blue. That one I would be shocked if we saw again, but I think for sure we're going to see Guilty Gear. I got to say.
So like, if I'm looking at like the images from last year, you got the image of the main, and then you got the player's choice 9. Right. So were those the not as like played, not as like, because I obviously didn't watch any of them. I watched like the main, or were those the ones that you could vote in?
The player's choice are the ones you could vote in, so like MVC3, Killer Instinct, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And those are basically they're the fighting games that were kind of on the fringe of getting deleted from EVO.
Right.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said last year's games. You had Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear, Revelator 2. Smash Bros. Wii U, Smash Bros. Melee, Injustice 2, Blaze Blue, Central Fiction, Tekken 7, King of Fighters 14, and then your player's choice.
I think King of Fighters 14 is definitely going to be a casualty this year. Unfortunately, it's such a killer game, but
right. I agree. I think that one's not going to make the final lineup, unfortunately. Man, but what I mean. So Dragon Ball we know is going to make it. It's just, what is it replacing, I guess?
It's probably replacing King of Fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Blaze Blue.
So Street Fighter, Tekken, Injustice, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter, Injustice. I forget what I've been saying.
Smash 4.
Some Smash will be there.
I think Guilty Gear, and boy, I had this written down earlier and I didn't bring my sheet with me.
I know.
That's always the way. Probably not ARMS, unfortunately.
No, that was EVO Japan, though. So EVO Japan
that's true.
Had a very, very good reception. It did very well for itself. I didn't watch too much of it because it was taking place while I was sleeping.
Right.
But
now I know how Japanese fans feel when EVO America is going on.
Right. Or EVO World, or whatever they called it this year.
Yeah.
It's EVO World.
But now during EVO, they make big announcements. Like they had announcements during that last day that got me out of my seat because I was so excited to see Skullomania come back to freaking fighting Larry X. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And that cross battle game looks tremendous. And they had the announcement of Geese and stuff like that.
Right.
What do we think will be announced this year as far as like the big announcement? Do we see Killer Instinct 2? I mean, do we see some characters for upcoming? Do we see more stuff? Another Tekken 7, a special character get announced. I mean, it's so far in the future, you can't really,
Right. It's tough to say. I think something from Season 3 of Street Fighter will obviously be revealed. I mean, there's going to be other stuff before that, but we'll probably be, at least 2 or 3 characters in by the time we get to this point?
Right. So we'll probably see the gameplay trailer, since we know all the characters for Season 3.
Right.
Which is cool, but we'll probably see a gameplay trailer. Who is third in the lineup? Is it Blanca? Perfect time. As far as
Let
surprises go, yeah, I'm with Jeff on this one. We've been expecting Killer Instinct 2 to get announced this year, and I think if it doesn't get announced at E3, then we're going to see something at EVO. Oh, I know what the 7th game was. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, thank you. I keep forgetting the game's out.
Now, that game seems to have gotten dropped from the Capcom Pro Tour, but are we going to see it get dropped from EVO this year? Will this be the first EVO in God knows how long without Marvel vs. Capcom represented?
I don't
think so. It's the first time that the game's been out. It's the first EVO since the game came out. So I don't think that the first year it'll be gone. I think it won't last very long, but I think it'll definitely be there.
Not that I'm saying you'll see without one, but I think you're more likely to see Injustice 2 fall off than this one. But I think Injustice 2 is still going to be there.
Yeah. Do we see the next Mortal Kombat this year, or do they keep riding the Injustice train?
I don't know. They're kind of that game is kind of getting ringed out for what it is. I mean, it's the game cycle is as Dave makes loud noises. That game cycle I think is ending here. They gotta do something in the future with a new Mortal Kombat or something.
Right, and then
which would bring me out of my seat because I would love a Mortal Kombat 11.
Of course. Going back to Street Fighter, Sakura, and then they show Blanca second, and then Falk, the new female character, third, and then Cody, and then Cody. So maybe Cody could be at this time, depending on their release. I don't know how quickly they're going to do it, and then G and then Sagat. Those would be the order from left to right.
Boy, Cody would get that crowd going.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
As long as he's not like still in handcuffs. Like they treated that Cody character so bad after Final Fight. Like he got arrested because he was fighting. Well, so was your freaking mayor and guy. What the hell?
It's gonna be Mayor Cody this year, though.
That'd be great. Oh man.
No, but I mean, seeing a new Mortal Kombat would be so awesome. Just think about like the reaction it would get. Again, I hope it brings something new to the table, of course, because you know what, you're kind of getting a similar NetherRealm style fighting game, and I'm sure it will. They usually throw something new in there, and like we talked about Soul Calibur, if it's not out by then, which like I think Dave's right, I think it's more of a fall release. I'm sure you get something big for that. I don't see how that can't be represented really well at EVO.
I mean, obviously, we'll see something from Soul Calibur 6.
You have to, yeah.
I think also we see something along the lines of a King of Fighters or a Samurai Showdown, something like that.
Okay.
I think that will have to be at something. I mean, I know last year we saw Samurai Showdown, was it 5 special?
Right.
Because it was just a launch on the PSN.
What about, okay, now I don't know when this comes out, but what about that all women fighting game, the one that was on the Switch stream? When is that supposed to release?
I think that's out sometime in the summer, but I wouldn't expect to see that at EVO.
No, I wouldn't either. I was just wondering like when that was supposed to come out. I didn't have that on my list, but I can't remember the name of it now.
Did we see what Seth Killian's working on at some point? Because wasn't he part of League of Legends and like the right games?
Good point.
That is a good point. That's been about 3 years since he dropped Rise of Robots, I think was the name of that.
Rising Thunder.
Oh, right. That's right. Yep. Rise of Robots was a 90s terrible game. Rising Thunder. It has been about 3 years. He's working for the company that put out League of Legends. A lot of artists for League of Legends are like former Capcom disciples. They loved Street Fighter. That's why those League of Legends characters kind of have that same Street Fighter appeal. That's a good point. I wouldn't be surprised if Seth comes down from high to show us what he's been working on. Finally.
God dang it! This year, when I see him, I will shake his hand.
Do it. 4 minutes left before we. The next thing I want to get to real quick before we get to the show is what obscure, mostly overlooked fighting game you'd like to see hit the EVO lineup. But first, there is something coming up. I'm gonna pimp this out real quick. Coming up tomorrow night, if you live in the Midwest, we've got the Midwest Online Championship Series at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to compete in this, they're going to be doing Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. So if you want to compete in this, go to the web address that you see at the bottom of the screen there. Punch that in. I'll give you a couple minutes to punch that in there because it is kind of a long, weird one.
Challenge.
But get that in there. Register and play online. Again, online Midwest Online Championship Series tomorrow night. And that's hosted by Team... I can't read here.
Onitoshi.
Team Onitoshi. Thank you very much. And that will be live on twitch.tv/Team Onitoshi. And
also, it's free.
It is free. And if you want to watch it, nerdbacon.com right here. We'll be simulcasting that live. We'll be hosting Onitoshi for you.
That's right.
Tomorrow night at 7. So be sure to sign up and have a good time. I won't be around. I won't be able to sign up, unfortunately. But sometime soon, I will sign up to get bodied.
Yeah, the Midwest has a very a blossoming fighting game community here in the middle of Midwest. So it's cool that's happening. So
yeah, check them out.
We might be competing. Who knows? Obscure game Under Night.
I was going to say that.
because that new one's coming out here pretty soon.
Yes, I think this week or next week that one's out. So. But no, Jeff, I don't know why. Our minds are just in sync. Our minds and our bodies seem to be one. Under Night was exactly what I wrote down. The new Under Night in-birth. Under Night was such a fantastic game, and it's too bad that this game gets overlooked so much.
I look forward to playing it at some point. I think I'm going to get your PS3 copy of it, right?
Yes, I do have 2 PS3 copies, so you will get one copy. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so we've got the same title. Justin, what's an obscure fighting game that you'd like to see make the EVO 2018 cut?
You know, I'm probably not as obscure because I don't get into as deep because you guys are starting to get me back into this and reignite the fighting game community flame that burns deep inside.
We call it reigniting your manhood.
There you go.
And you're welcome.
We'll take that. From the little bit I got to watch from you guys, I think that I wouldn't mind seeing some Skullgirls. I mean, it's not really, I guess I don't know if I would classify it as like obscure or maybe something's overlooked, but I mean, I got to watch you two play it and I never played it before. And I thought if I could see some high level Skullgirls, that'd be really cool. I thought that was really, really unique.
Because it wasn't from me, that's for sure.
Skullgirls is fun, and I would definitely classify that as kind of an overlooked game.
Okay.
It definitely has a cult following, but
sure.
it is something that it does get pushed aside a bit because there's just so much out there.
Right.
And of course they'll play ARMS. Like they'll be there in like some
Windjammers.
I want if it's happening again this year. I want in on that tournament. Damn it! I'm mad that I missed it last year. And I want
know.
in. All right, people. The stream is moving, so I'm gonna turn on so I can hear it as well.
All right, I will hit that up as well. Doc Croc, how's it going?
Yeah, Doc Croc, thanks for tuning in. Been a long time no see. Give a little Ric Flair, woo!
Woo!
She threw that in
what if they show us in the audience? That'd be rad.
That'd be sweet. We will be seen. You have mark my word.
Justin, I hope you're excited to go to this thing, man.
The excitement grows daily. I was actually talking about today, so yes.
I'm looking forward to going for my second year, and knowing what I've known from the first year.
Right.
Guys, I'm excited. This is like the beginning. This is like the beginning of the year for me. This is like New Year's Day.
See, I'm excited. I mean, as much as Smash is hard to watch, I'm excited to like be able to see it because I played so much of it. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I get the inner workings of it, but
August 3rd through 5th.
That's right.
August 3rd through 5th.
That's 2 days after my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh snap!
Birthday gift to me. We're going to Vegas. And hopefully the Nerd Bacon stream will be able to hear the EVO stream.
Yes, we should have the audio coming through. Doc Croc, let us know if you cannot hear anything from the EVO side of this. Got to turn down a little bit.
Plus, not much is happening right now.
Right.
No.
But man, it's just so many memories, dude. Just seeing that hall and so many memories of us just walking around that thing several times and just being overwhelmed with what's happening. And Justin, you will feel overwhelmed your first time there. It's
I'm so
insane.
sure.
This space was so ridiculously huge.
Yeah. That screen itself was just ginormous. Like, it was ridiculous.
Right. Well, they had so many different screens.
Right. And I mean, I'm so, like, just watching it, I'm already getting a feeling of being overwhelmed. You know, getting back into the fighting game community and, like, getting to learn some, you know, different games and playing different games and now getting a fight stick and trying to get back into that. Like, I'm watching these guys do this and I'm just like, man, I wish I could do this.
I hope you see us in here somewhere.
Yeah.
You can sense the hype. The tension is palpable. We are jumping right into our first match. Wait a second. Oh, that was so close. Oh my God.
Punch too much.
Nuts. When it did it.
Dirty mango.
Not dead yet enough.
You know, in all these previews, I have not seen Injustice yet.
They just have to make it as exciting as possible. The game just engineered that.
Yeah, you've seen more King of Fighters than you've seen Injustice.
Yeah.
I think Injustice has to stay in because you need an American representation here.
Well, and I was reading something about the last time a NetherRealm game wasn't an EVO. It's been like 8 years or something like that. It's been quite some time.
Because again, TMNT is coming out soon. Like, there's still hype around it, so.
Right.
But didn't they just announce some new DLC for KOF 14 as well?
Did they? I've checked out of KOF at this point.
I didn't know that.
I know. I wish that I was more checked into KOF.
Yeah.
So good though. It's butter.
Sonic Fox.
And you know there's a new Sam show in development. There's gotta be a new Samurai Showdown. It's happening.
Yep.
Did you guys get to go over to Mandalay Bay then? Watching the final stuff?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I figured so. I mean, even seeing that, there's Injustice, yeah. But being able to see that, like, I'm overwhelmed just watching like some of this on screen. But man, I'm
like the infinite combo, yeah.
That was a
Yep,
moment.
Dave's running around with the camera, and I'm in the back just taking it all in.
So cool.
We had to figure out our roles this time around so that we're all kind of. I felt like you were doing all the work. I'm like, Dave, I want to help you. You're being overwhelmed. I want to help you.
Mango versus Armada.
I was interview guy.
Maybe the last stock of EVO. Now Armada's gonna slap him. Oh my God! 3-1. Armada winning EVO 2017 from winners.
That was a hell of a match.
All of these, except for Smash 4, were just fantastic.
Well, even Smash 4 though, because that was a big upset to have Zero go down like that.
Yeah.
God,
And he won't, and Zero won't be there this year. You know.
What's up, Iron Man GX12 DBZ indeed is gonna be the belle of the ball this year.
Cannot wait to play that.
There is no way that game is not getting a Sunday spot.
No. You want to enter that tournament? You want to just enter in that tournament? It's about $10 to get in for a tournament, or just do it.
Should enter, dude.
I thought about doing Tekken.
Coming up, we have another epic battle between Zero and Salem.
You know, I'll go and lose in straight sets, but hey.
Salem just had this aura of serenity around him.
God, you see other people are just tired from watching Smash 4.
When he won, he looked like he was just in shock.
Yes. Oh, that was a moment. That's a
that
real
was a
experience.
moment. That was such a
yelling Shoryuken along with Ono was
I love this picture that I took of him from the stage where he's holding up his trophy and the light's just coming down like it's an otherworldly light. It's
yeah, if you want to see pictures and video from last year's EVO near Bacon.com.
Yep.
And the YouTube channel will have all of our interviews with developers and pictures from behind the scenes and what have you. So Dave got in people's faces. It was great.
Politely.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we didn't piss anybody off this last year, so
Well, that's good.
we gotta make up for it this year. You know, I have grand plans for our EVO coverage this year, so we'll.
Oh, nice.
But here we go. Announcement time for what games will be
Here we
there,
go.
fellas. Just Mark, man.
This is it. All right, get some audio here.
All right, everyone, welcome to another year, another EVO. It's the EVO 2018 reveal show, and I'm joined here with a very special guest, the CEO of Triple Perfect and also one of the co-founders of EVO, Mr. Joey Cuellar. Mr. Wizard, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I thought I'd be a little bit jet lagged. We've been doing a lot of traveling lately. I know you just came back from a big trip, but we're live here from the Red Bull Studios in Santa Monica.
Dragon Ball,
It's
it
gonna
is
be a
done.
fun night, I think. I think we have a lot of stuff to talk
totally.
about.
We definitely are very excited about our upcoming year, and I think a lot of our fans are tuned in to make sure that their favorite game is included in EVO. So it's gonna be an awesome time.
I guess I just want to start off. I mean, EVO has always been the place for fighting games, and whether or not your favorite game is included in the main lineup, it doesn't matter. You always have a place at EVO. There's just so much stuff to do for fighting game fans. But let's get right into
EVO
it.
Japan. I watched a
before
little
we
EVO
start,
Japan.
I wanted to give a lot of love to our friend Mike Ross. He's not here with us this year, but I hope you're doing well. So, Joey, let's talk about EVO
Working
Japan.
on Dark
We
Stalkers,
just
am I
had
right?
The first, after many years of trying, the first ever EVO Japan event. How did you think it went?
I think after 8 years of planning, we finally got it out of the books, and I think it went extremely well. A lot of fans across the world showed up in Japan to play games, and I thought it was a nice kind of fresh
It's a
start
goal
the
for us, guys.
franchise
EVO Japan.
being in a different country. And
EVO Japan was pretty
just
cool
the
to
amount
watch,
of
just to see some different
foreigners
styles,
who
see even
showed up
players I've
was-
never
was
seen before.
Really outstanding. So I'm really happy that they
That's
got to
terrifying.
experience a Japan
Man.
and I think that's a really
One
cool
day we'll make the
Yeah,
trip
and I know
out
a lot
to
of people
Japan.
were obviously very
you
excited. We
go.
had
Yeah.
amazing
He's
finals
really
from so many of
embracing the
games
king
that
of
were there.
dinosaurs.
And it really was a testament
Give
to
it to
Some
the-
arms
That's
action.
the
And again,
best.
like you said, the international crowd, the foreigners.
I want to
definitely
go to
brought
Japan
it
just
to
for the
table.
freaking
I
New
thought it was
Japan
a great
stores that there's
representation of
everywhere.
fighting games as a whole.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
buy
it
all
to
the
go
merch.
as well as it did. I mean, obviously there were a few hiccups, but again, overall a positive and wonderful event.
I need to sit down and watch the ARMS tournament.
EVO
I was the
Japan
most
great, but man,
intrigued to see this game
Take
played.
a step back. Let's talk about EVO 2017. I know
Yeah,
that's
I just don't
a
know
while
how
ago,
that
but
would
man, that was
translate
such a good event as
to-
well.
Yeah, I was. I think
An
we were
EVO.
all really
Oh,
happy
as-
with how the
I-
event turned out in general. I thought it brought a lot.
Yeah,
of
unfortunately, I didn't get to watch any
people
arms. I just,
together
but
to
I mean, the
celebrate
turnout
fighting
seemed to be,
games, and I think that's what
you know,
EVO's all about.
pretty
So
good in
the
size
fact
and
that we
numbers
did a big
anyway.
style in Las Vegas, and everyone was super ecstatic about just all the games in the tournament. I think it brought a lot to the event.
Yeah, and again, I got to ask you then. I mean, there were
The
so many
geese
moments
reveal,
leading up to
yes.
it. We just saw some footage from EVO.
How
last year.
how
What were
in
your
sync
favorite
are we
moments
as far
from
as
the
stream
event?
is concerned?
You know what? Probably my top moment, which is actually
I mean,
not a gameplay moment.
me
it was
and
actually
from
the
what I'm
geese
watching
reveal.
with you, Jeff,
That
I'm
was
pretty
really
much like right
top-notch,
on.
Well done, and just the reaction from Hell Pockets and from the Tekken top 8 people who were getting just qualified and won, I think was super outstanding. So.
And it kind of helps that, I mean, the character obviously is out already now, but just seeing how he transitioned and, of course, how fun he is to play in the game, I got to say,
talking
the
about
Tekken
how
team
fun
did
Geese
an
is
amazing
to
job
play.
with that.
Yeah, they did a really
His
good
phone just rang.
So I'm ready for more action. I know we're going to start announcing
When's Noctis?
a lot of
That's
the
what I
games.
want to know. When is
that
Noctis
phone,
in
Joey?
Tekken
Oh,
7?
yeah, that's
Please.
right.
I'm
That's right.
calling you during the show.
Whoever's calling me, please hang up.
It might be important.
That's
You
my
gotta-
name.
All right, but anyway,
You got to think
just so you guys
he's
know,
out beforehand, right?
We are going to be
Yes.
taking your
You gotta think it's
questions.
gotta
We're
be
gonna
soon,
looking
right?
at your comments
Yeah.
in the Twitch chat and on Twitter throughout
All right,
the
first
show.
game.
So make sure you guys, of course, stay
Tekken
tuned. We'll
7.
be answering some of those questions, or Joey will be answering some of those questions later on in the day. Let's, I guess, do you want to start it off? Do you want to talk about the first game that we're going to have up?
Okay, just said first game we're going to
Sure.
have up.
Yeah.
So the first game that we're going to have for EVO
Tekken
2018
7's come
is
back.
a returning
Yeah,
game,
yep.
and
We might be ahead of you a
it
little
was
bit,
very,
Dave, but
very
Tekken
good.
Yeah, I think
7
you're a
is
little bit
coming out.
ahead.
And
Okay.
I think a lot of people will be happy that it's back. And the first game of EVO 2018 is Tekken 7.
Good stream check.
Oh,
Are you just saying this because I'm here?
No, I think it deserves the.
So no surprise
the
there,
first game
Tekken
out.
7.
Yeah.
No,
really
that
nice.
Tekken
dude
7 has
Had
to
to
be
be there.
Nerd
That dude
Bacon's
who cosplayed
choice
as
for
Brian Fury was
1,200
awesome.
people enter the
Nerd
biggest
Bacon's choice for
Tekken
best
tournament
fighting
in the US,
game
I
of
think.
in the world.
2017.
So yeah, so I think that
For
brings
damn
a
good
lot
reason.
to the stage when Tekken is finally in the forefront of fighting games, and I think the game
Geese.
is super awesome and it plays well and it's balanced well, and I think a lot of people traveled over here to play it, and I think it's a really good game.
You know, and we also had a ton of entrants at the recent EVO Japan event. You know, I'm a big Tekken fan. I'm just super happy to hear that it's going to be back at the event. So obviously we were just talking about Geese earlier, but man, he looks so cool in that game. But again, I just can't wait for what's going to be happening.
Next
in the
announcement,
future,
Tobal
especially
number
with
1.
Tekken
I mean,
now officially
Markman's
in
got
the
a
2018 lineup. So,
freaking
you know,
It'd be
Heihachi hat on.
It'd be
Anything else
cool
you
if they
announced?
did like
Well, I'm
a
still waiting 'cause
retro.
I think
Just like
Harada
one
owes me
retro
a
game
black Ninja
Yeah.
entry.
costume.
Rival school.
Calling out
We need
Lord
Harada, we need the black costume, and we need it now. The
So
story mode
hopefully
needs it.
Harada-san, you
One
can
game and done, he
up
said.
Joey with the story mode costume. I know that's the one that you've been asking for.
for a
but
while
man,
now, so I think that's awesome.
all right. So you know, we announced one game. How many games are we gonna have? I saw
That's
you on
it, we're
Twitter.
done.
Jeff is living in the
Okay,
future,
cool.
Doc.
We're done.
One game, dude. You know how many times Chris Lee's been asking me for a one-game EVO, and I think this might be the year.
Wow.
so they're keeping him in the dark
I
on the
guess
The
lineup
show's
then.
over.
Number
No,
2.
I know you
One
have more up
game
your sleeve,
Evo.
Joey.
Come
And
on.
it's crazy because I don't know the lineup. I'm very excited
No,
to hear
you're
what
not
else
gonna
we
do a
have. I know there's a
one-game
lot of games
Evo.
out there. So Joey, can you give us?
We'll let
number
Dave
2,
catch up
please?
before we say
Well,
what
I
it
think only
is.
5 people actually know
Okay.
the lineup, so you will be the 6th and with the world.
Okay.
So
Oh,
the
Dave, you're
6th
gonna hate
was
this
the
one.
Second game in EVO
Am I?
Okay.
2018. We're happy to bring
Okay.
back, which was
So
a
I was, yeah. I figured that'd be
Submit
back.
it.
You have to have
Favorite
that
is-
game in.
I hate it already.
Smash for Wii U.
I'll cover
it's
that one.
All right.
So we definitely brought this game back last year, and it was.
You have to have that one.
You
in.
gotta have
Super well
Smash
received.
representation somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure,
and I
but
think you
I
need to
think
have
it's
the
so-
newest,
that
the newest
year, so,
version.
This
well,
is
you
when
get
you
characters
go
got
to the bars in
utilized,
Vegas and get
in this
some
top
get
8
some
and
beers.
Top 32, and it really made things super exciting this year.
Go to the Irish pub we went to, have a
Saw
meal.
some really cool characters, and with the final set, thinking that Zura was going to take it all, and Salem came in and it just wanted the very last.
The only
second,
difference-
and boom, we had a new champion.
And you
which
know,
was
Zero was
awesome.
so dominant.
You can at
throughout
least
the
have
entire year.
multiple
He's
characters who
probably the
could
winningest
win,
player
whereas
in Smash
with-
4
with,
since the game came
uh,
out.
He's got a Marvel
But
hat
will he have
down there.
what it
They're gonna
takes to
announce
take the
Marvel
crown
Infinite.
back
Duh.
this year? I think
There's
that's the question
a
that
couple
everyone
different
has
hats
to
down
ask,
there, yeah.
right?
Well, I think he's
Got a
retired,
Nintendo Switch hat
I
on right
think
now.
he announced he was
Oh,
retired,
Smash
so-
for Switch.
Well, I hope he
Hat.
comes back for EVO.
Yeah. I mean, he has to reclaim his crown,
hints.
so I would think
That's
he would
some
make a
hints.
rule exception and come out for EVO and in
Zero's
August.
not coming back,
So,
dude.
Tekken
Zero.
7
No,
is
Zero's
retired
done.
for now.
Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. Is that it? Is there anything else?
No, we got a few more.
Okay. So, all right,
Okay,
then,
so
what else do we have, Joey? Let us know.
All right, so the
Yep,
third
the
game in
other,
EVO 2018
Yep.
The other obvious one.
has
Obvious.
just gotten a recent
Yep.
patch, which is
I'm
super
so
awesome.
excited to watch this
And I think
live.
a lot of our fans will be happy
So
that it's
excited.
back, and it's Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
All right.
The tape
So
measure.
this game just had a patch January 16th. They've
Can't
refreshed a lot
do
of
the
stuff.
EVO
They
without
added some
the
new V
Street
triggers, so the
Fighter.
characters are
This,
refreshed.
and
have
they'll
new
put a new
combo
stage out
options,
there, and
I think
they'll
you saw a lot
Yeah.
of it on display
do
at EVO
some
Japan,
EVO stuff with that. So
this past,
Release the
couple
old,
days, and I think
like,
that it's gonna make the game
exclusive
super
stages
exciting
for
going
cheap or
into
whatever on the store.
2018.
that's
Yeah,
you're funny.
obviously, probably the game that the most people
Didn't they do
played
that
at
last
EVO.
year?
mean,
I think I
it's
was
been
because I went to
the
go
number
see
one
how much
entrance
the other one was.
for
You
the
couldn't
past few
obviously
years,
buy
and
it,
I'm
but
just
it was
really
like
excited,
just
of course, to
slightly
see
discounted.
How it's gonna mix internationally. Obviously, we had such a great international
Fighter hat on,
finals
Martin.
last year. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen this year. Is it
How
gonna
many
be
hats this guy got?
America? Is it gonna be Japan? Is
All of them.
Infiltration gonna come back and win EVO? What's gonna happen? That's really what's on
Will
my
the
mind.
U.S.
The running
finally
gimmick.
win Street Fighter?
Hey, it
EVO?
hasn't happened. It
chamo.
hasn't happened in the
So
past.
Street Fighter
like,
4 and 5 has
I don't
never
know
had
how
a
many
US
years it
champion
Hasn't
at
hasn't.
since
EVO.
Street Fighter 4 and 5, they've never had a
I mean,
US
an
champion,
infiltration
so
came
we're hoping that
came out and won
US Soyo can take it this year.
EVO
Maybe.
Japan.
That's
So
a challenge, I guess, to all
he
the
comes over here,
American
he'll be
players that are out,
tough.
but
Let's
I
go,
believe in them,
PG
so
Punk.
hopefully they can turn the tide somehow.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's time.
CM
for
Punk? I mean,
America
PG
to
Punk?
take
What?
the Street Fighter crown. So get to it, America.
can we get a PG Punk
quick.
chant
I mean,
going
we
on?
already, that's what, 4 games already?
I think it's 3 games.
3 games. I'm ahead of
In
myself.
Punk we
So,
trust.
All right, I'm trying to play along with the crowd at home, trying to figure out what your lineup is.
What is that?
So,
Oh, it's a Street Fighter
there has
hat.
to be.
That's a cool hat.
It is a cool hat.
This is tough. I don't think I can guess it. You
Number
threw me off
4
so much with what you said on Twitter. What there would be only
Dragon Ball
7
FighterZ.
games. I know you do that every year, but
brand new
just trying
game.
to see what fits. So I'm at a loss for words here, Joey. Can you tell me
Oh.
what the next game is, please?
Wait a
All
minute,
right,
Dave.
so the 4th game in EVO 2018 is brand new to EVO.
Brand new?
It's never been to EVO before. What? Mostly because it's about to come out soon. It's not even out yet.
Whoa!
Okay,
Wow.
So that kind of changes things. So I was thinking, all right. I mean, what can it be?
Not even out yet.
Not that made.
Okay.
No, sorry.
I almost was gonna say this one.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, I better call the Namcoms. I haven't heard
So
about.
I don't have any sort of
4th
history
game
or
EVO
any sort of
2018 is Blaze
No.
Blue.
This is an announcement from last year that got me out of my
This game
seat.
is currently not out yet.
As soon as I saw
Blaze Blue Cross
quarter
Tag
number 2.
Battle. That is really an
And,
interesting
I think it's gonna be a
choice.
really
There's
cool
your
game. We
obscure
revealed
one.
it at EVO,
Yep.
2017.
Yeah, there's
I
your
thought it
obscure
had
one.
How do you
possibility
prep
for
for that?
fun
So
time
that's
games.
gonna knock
they
Guilty
have
Gear
good- they
XRD
have-
2 out
Dark
of.
Systems franchises, and I think it's going to be a really good, awesome game.
And I think it's awesome. And actually, you know, we've been working very closely.
That's
with
our
Dark
Under
System
Nine
Works over the
representation,
past few
too.
Years, so we do have something special. At least from what you told me, we do have something special for the people that are watching.
a
at
world
home.
premiere for
And I
Blaze
believe
Blue.
It's going to be some new information that hasn't been revealed yet.
Oh, nice.
World premiere.
And a special message from Mori-san from the Blaze Blue team. So I think, without further ado, let's go right to the video.
We're sorry about the DLC thing. Okay, here we go.
Here's an inevitable.
will be unavoidable.
God, this looks cool. This looks really cool, guys.
I'll play this.
Yeah, this looks sweet.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Persona 4 Arena, so this is right up my alley. Yosuke, so it's showing the roster.
Yeah.
Ah, you can go.
I like it. Jeff and I are getting
Yeah.
our wish for some Under Night.
Yeah. I wish I had more of a history with that series.
I'm really intrigued by this, and I have zero history with any of these series. This is really cool looking.
That's a pretty big roster for 4 games, basically, for 4 properties. That's a pretty big roster.
Right.
Oh. Get a release date.
Oh. PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Steam.
So June 5th in North America.
Right before E3.
June 5th. Don't have much time to practice up on that.
And a new character
Yep.
that I'm not too familiar with.
You guys are gonna
got?
have to
What do we got?
educate me on this.
Blake from Ruby.
Yeah, not familiar.
Free DLC character.
Free.
Oh, nice.
I like free.
Free DLC character, Blake from Ruby. Maybe we're joining this spot. 40 playable characters.
Wow.
And Yang from Ruby on the way. Free DLC. Yeah, okay. PS4, Switch, and Steam. No Xbox.
Yeah, you guys will have to educate me on that game.
Sweet. That'll be an interesting tournament.
I dig that EVO jacket.
Yeah, I want that.
動画をご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。
I liked his entrance.
ブルーシリーズプロデューサーの森田清水です。この度はエボリューション2018のメイン種目タイトルの一つとして、ブレイブルークロスタックバトルを選出いただき、本当に
This free DLC thing is nice.
Yeah, that
これ
is.
でもありましたが、アップデートで追加予定のキャラクター、ルビーシリーズのブレイクとヤンに関しましては、無償でダウンロードできますので、
Your guys' cooperation is
できる限りタイトルリリース
I'm enjoying watching his expressions as I watch read the words.
早い段階で
Yeah, so May 31st for Japan and June 5th for America.
Yes, Japan and Asia.
PS4, Switch, and PC.
Okay.
日本だと5月31日、北米では6月5日を予定しております。
It's coming to the Switch.
Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, you're gonna see a lot of different games coming out on Switch.
I agree. I think so as well. So then which versions played at EVO? Then you think PS4 then?
PS4 standard, yeah.
Okay. I figured so. I just want to double check. Because like I said, I have no history with this series, so... Oh, I love Kenny's walking out.
I like this. Cool.
You guys educate me on that series, and I'll definitely play that game with you.
There's 4 series involved in that.
Well, that's what I mean. Educate me on a little bit of that, and then we'll play.
For sure.
Well, I wanted a piece of paper, but I realized I don't have a pen.
Cross tag battle.
Oh,
thank you,
snap.
Morrison and the Arc System Works team for
New
giving
hat
us this
alert.
special opportunity. I guess the first major tournament for the game, maybe. I don't know if there's any other events.
Collection.
But I'm just happy to see, obviously, some new information announced. 2 DLC characters that are going to be available for free coming out alongside with the game, and I'm excited for that. I'm sure a lot of Ruby fans and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Not much.
That's a good get. That's a good
We
get.
also know the release date. Which I don't know if it was publicly known, but
War
I think
games.
that's obviously a good thing.
That's obviously great because, I mean, the game needs to come out before EVO, right?
Yeah, people need time to practice it.
Wow, so that is a
They
good
mentioned Tekken
amount of
8
games
and
showing.
9 now.
Yeah.
Are you going to cut it off there, or do you have more goodies?
So that's
for us?
4.
Any other new games?
We're over the
Yes.
halfway point.
Tekken 9, maybe?
Tekken 9.
Every time you say something like
You guys are way ahead of me.
I know how to pull
Yes, we
your
are.
chain.
They just announced Guilty Gear XRD
All
Rev
right,
2.
so I guess we got a few more. EVO
Don't spoil
2018,
it.
5th game is Guilty Gear Rev 2.
wow, making
So you're going to have 3 Arc Sys games? Because there's no way you're walking out...
Obviously,
Dragon
had an
Ball's
amazing
here at some
finals.
point.
It has to be,
Just
right?
Had an amazing finals over at EVO Japan as well.
Yeah, I loved. I was really in tune with the Guilty Gear.
Another
finals
series I have
because
zero
the
like
character
history
did
with, but I am
teammate top eight,
intrigued
so it was fun seeing
when
them
I
play
watch it.
again and
I
be part
need
of
to
the
buy
series.
Rev 2.
But Japan has
I
have
think it's
Rev
still
two
on...
for Guilty Gear, and it's
It's
really
still on
fun
sale
to
for
watch.
$20
High-level players
this week.
play that
Oh.
game in their home.
Another
countries,
announcement.
so I think that was a really top hype
From Arc System
top eight
Works.
over there.
Yeah, and the performance from a lot of the top
New
players
hat
is just
alert.
really cool. And I heard we have another special announcement from our friends over at Arc System Works. Is that right?
I guess so.
This whole tournament
But
is
man,
Arc
so,
System Works.
Obviously, Team Red, everyone over at Arc System Works, they've been
All right,
working
here
very
comes
hard.
another announcement for Arc Sys.
To not just,
EVO
not
Arc
just
System
on the
Works
game, but also
Championship
to
Edition.
coordinate with the
Yes.
community. So I heard there is a special announcement that they have for us as well, and this is new information.
Roll it, baby.
New information. XRD Rev 3. Revier.
Revier.
It's a one-way street when you're so bad guy.
Cowboy Johnny.
I'm digging the heavy metal music with it.
I think this is just the standard intro.
Soul back up.
I don't know why I haven't bought this game. Every time it goes on sale, I wrestle with my conscience.
No.
Should I buy this game? And then I always talk myself out of
That's
it.
$20 on it. Future announcement.
Oh.
It's time to rock.
Game balance.
There will be a future. So, I'm taking it we're not getting Killer Instinct this year at EVO.
Probably not, no.
No.
Advance
March 2018 during the Re-Evolution.
Re-Evolve!
PS4 free and Steam? What?
A Re-Revolution?
He's into the great.
Oh, look at him just walking, sway him back side to side.
So, what kind of balance changes are we talking, kids? Walking in place is not good.
I want to take those videos of them walking in place and put it with Randy Orton's Voices theme and just let it play.
So it's releasing a big patch, a balancing update for PS4, PS3, and PC. The EVO 2018 version.
Okay.
全世界全機種共通同時に、3月中の配信となっております。EVO 2018の方はですね、こちらのバージョンで実施となっておりますので、ぜひぜひ新しいこのバージョンをですね、皆さん参加していただいて、現地の方では胸の熱くなるような
And now he's walking away.
広げていただけると
Why wouldn't
非常に嬉しいです。
Why wouldn't you update? If it's a free update, why wouldn't you do it?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that's 5 games, boys. 5.
So Dragon Ball's coming.
Super cool, obviously, of
We know.
Isotari-san and
We
the
know.
Guilty Gear team.
It's got to be Dragon Ball.
Having a
And then
special update
how many did we say?
for the game coming out sometime
7
in
is
March.
what
So I hope you guys look
is
forward to
what
that.
they
It's
said.
going to be ready for EVO.
Dragon Ball Injustice,
That's
then
super
Mark.
awesome
No.
that they're
They'll say Dragon Ball. It's like
Guilty Gear once
the
again.
special
Yeah,
8th
yeah.
game.
Oh, you think? You think they do?
So obviously,
So
our system
Infinite,
works
Oh, I
Infinite.
love this guy
of
immediately.
EVO this year.
Look at
We
this
have a special
guy.
He's my
message as well
favorite.
from Kidoka-san, the CEO
So
of
far,
our
he's my
system works.
favorite too. Look
Let's
at
play
this
that
dude.
video real quick so you guys can see that message.
Awesome.
Idiot! I love the theme. Now I like the
Yeah.
theme.
ご覧の皆
Yeah.
様こんにちは。アークシステムワーク
He's
ス
saying that those are the only 2 from Arxis, but that can't be right.
昨年に引き続きまして EVO 2018ではアークシステムワークスの2タイトルが参戦いたします。これはユーザーの
Well,
皆様
technically
プレイヤーの皆
is
様の
Dragon Ball
おかげだと思っております。どうもありがとうござい
Namco
ます。
Bandai.
Yeah, Bandai Namco or whatever. Isn't that who that is? Then
Yeah, it's
And
just
then
made by
Arxis.
Arxis.
As much fun as I'm having with this being my first real experience with Arx, like an Arc Systems game, I really want to jump into these other 2.
Guilty Gear is very good.
ユーザーの皆様とはアークシステムワークスを通じてより近い距離で、アークシステムのタイトルあるいは
I love that you got this
盛り上げていき
like cowboy like music going with it.
I
So.
love these guys.
These guys are great.
It's cowboy music to talk up the American office that they just opened up. We're being stereotyped!
Yes, we are.
And we
American
like it!
stereotype.
Because it's funny!
And they'll have the best booth there as well.
We're not offended!
No, not at all.
I love it. I love the cowboy hat.
I do too.
So dorky. It's so good, though. All right.
That should have been his next hat. he was
Marvel,
wearing.
Injustice, and then they'll go, oh,
And
by
you
the
gotta
way,
love,
Dragon Ball.
Of course,
Yeah.
the team over at Arc
We
System
gotta
Works.
think, right?
Back-to-back games.
There's no
2
way
anime
Dragon Ball
titles.
doesn't make it.
Hey, I'm
No
on
way.
board. I'm on board with the anime as of late. I think they've been doing great stuff, and I think that Anime EVO has been super big as well. So I think anime is here to stay, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, always been a fan, but now that's kind of crazy. We have 5 games.
6 game.
I'm getting kind of scared to kind of figure out what's going to be happening. I mean, we're at crunch time now. So, Joey, I got to ask you now. Even though I'm kind of scared to hear it, what
Another
is the
returning
next
title?
if there is one, for EVO 2018?
Yeah. So the
Uh-oh.
6th game at EVO 2018 is a returning title from last year. I thought it was super exciting.
There we go.
A champion was
Okay.
dethroned, which is
Spoiler,
nice
Dave,
to
Injustice
have
2.
new, fresh
Injustice
blood come
2.
up and take the reins. So the 6th game for EVO
Looks
2018
so
is
good.
Injustice 2.
Oh, wow. Injustice coming back.
So I'm really hyped for this game. I think what really got me on board was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming very, very
Yeah,
soon.
there you
I
go.
think
That's what
that's
you
going to be an
mentioned.
awesome add to the game, and I think
What you
I hope
mentioned,
we'll
Jeff
have
Wait, there had to have some announcement from.
awesome to watch.
And of course,
They
the team
have
over
to have
at
some
NetherRealm and Warner
announcement
Brothers
from
bring it for the fans.
NetherRealm.
I'm really excited to see, of course, how the
So
story
each hat
will
is
go. And the
representative of the
community
game that he kind of sort of the game that he's.
Are you just now figuring that out?
Yeah, I figured. I just didn't say anything. So, that's why the Switch one. They're just gonna come out with
Have
a,
some clues.
So,
Yeah,
Joey,
very true.
I don't want you to break any hearts, but can you please give us some good news
All
about
right,
what
7th
else
game.
is going to be at EVO 2018?
So the 7th game at EVO 2018 is a fan favorite. It's been around quite
Uh-oh.
a
You
while.
already announced Tekken 7.
Oh, yeah. So Tekken 10.
fan favorite,
So
been
that's
around quite a while.
It's got Nina and Anna and the clone of Nina. and
Oh,
the
this
clone
is
of
going to
Anna.
cause... okay, never mind. We'll talk about that later.
All right, so the 7th game has been around for quite a while. It's very, very popular with our fans, and we're happy to bring it back. This is now the title's 18th year.
Holy
No,
crap.
don't
Smash.
say
Smash
Melee.
Brothers Melee.
Smash.
No.
Melee. Yep,
So we're
it's
very happy
Melee.
to bring
Wow,
back Melee.
18
It's
years.
always been a crowd favorite. It's always got some awesome chemistry with the players involved.
So
and how
is Marvel
they've been
getting
doing over the
bumped?
years, and I
Marvel's
think
gonna
that,
get bumped. There's no way they're not
Or is
gonna
that
do.
part of the
last year was
player's
a
choice?
super success, and
Yeah, unless they have like one more game than they said, or
is that game doing that poorly?
Well, we're gonna have one more game when they announce Dragon Ball as the 8th bonus title.
Oh yeah,
the fans
right.
have a great title and a great tournament going forward.
I'm
but then, like you said,
I know obviously
there's no way a Marvel game gets this Marvel. I mean, there's no way there's not a Marvel game, right?
The year maybe that we see some new blood. Or
Well,
maybe
there almost wasn't last year. It got voted
No,
on by
you're
the fan
not
vote.
gonna see New Blood. You're not. You are never gonna see New Blood. It's
No,
always gonna
I
be the
agree
same
with-
4 people.
I agree, Dave. It's what Armada and Mango and
Hungry Box.
Hungry Box.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see more of that.
I'm sorry.
People get on board with
I know that there are some fanatical fans,
so
but
again,
it just needs
just
to
kind of
die.
recap, we have now.
You
There's
just need to
not
move
what else.
on.
What
games,
else?
which
Yeah,
is,
what else new
I
can you
believe
do
the
with the
magic
game?
number you were kind of
Honestly,
hinting at on Twitter. Is that it, Joey? Are we going to see anything else?
All right,
I
bonus
guess there's
game.
One more.
one more.
one?
So
Okay.
There's only one more game, unfortunately. So
either Dragon Ball or Marvel got
a lot
bumped,
of fans' hearts,
but it's
so
probably
it
Marvel.
is what it is.
Okay.
But the 8th game in EVO 2018 is the wildly
Here we go,
popular,
guys.
newly released game,
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Wow.
First time at EVO.
Of course,
Very
it
first
has
time
to
at
be.
EVO.
Yeah.
I think it's a super fan favorite. I'm just all the
Guys, I'm so
community
excited to
people
see
playing it
like
right
pro
now.
level play.
It's getting wildly.
Well, if you go
popular
to
with
twitch.tv
viewers
Jeff Rock,
fans
I was kidding.
alike, so
Uh-huh.
seeing what you can do with Goku and adult Goku and child Goku and all the Goku family and the dog
So we'll
Goku.
definitely get some
Yeah,
character
it's-
announcement
I
at
can
this
kinda
at
tell
EVO
you
probably.
Yeah,
to
you have
see
to.
your
Right?
I'll take it from
I
here.
don't think
I
they've
mean,
announced all 8 of
obviously
them.
it's going to be super awesome. I mean,
Do we know
I think
any
a
of
lot
them yet?
People have been waiting for a really
don't think
quality
so.
Dragon Ball fighter, and I feel like this is one of the games not only that brings a community together, it's brought many communities together. I know so many different players from different game genres and different
God, this game is
titles
so
have been playing this
goddamn
game and
good.
grinding it out in the I guess 2 weeks it's been out.
There was a
So
poll.
really looking forward to
for
see
I
how many
can't
people
remember
show up for
which
this game. I
website
mean,
did it,
I
but a
personally,
poll
I
for
think
most popular
This is a
character.
game that can get a ton
So
of
far,
entrants at EVO.
Goku Black
Yeah, and
won
this
that
is actually
poll
one
so
of the
far.
reasons why we're not going any further past 8 games, because 4 of these games could reach many thousands of players, and we don't know what to expect. So
Oh, okay. That's why they're
That's a good
cutting it at
point.
that game. Yeah,
and, we definitely hope that people show up regardless if your game is in the EVO or not.
they're
because
expecting that
we
like
have
so
side
many
tournament stuff.
entrants
We'll
for
at
multiple
least
games.
For people to just play and
Yeah,
enjoy
we'll talk
games,
about
so
this later.
I think it's going to be a great thing.
Something
I heard
else.
we got something else though. Not a game
Something
announcement,
else?
We do have a
Hang on.
special message from Hiroki-san, the producer of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So let's
Dragon Ball
Oh,
announced
Dragon
real
Ball
quick.
announced it.
Awesome.
Perhaps some DLC characters.
Do we know any of the characters yet?
We may find out here in a little bit.
Okay, but before this we hadn't, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Who needs sound?
Who needs sound?
That's not on my end.
No,
No, it's their stream.
it's their stream. At least it's pretty to look at.
I think there's subtitles. I can read what she's saying.
Is there weird music playing for you guys?
Yeah.
entering EVO this year. Going to be one of the many competitors in the game, and
So what was the
obviously,
announcement?
EVO plays for everyone. I
Just
think,
thank you.
We saw the CEO of Square Enix, the CEO of Arc System Works also entering.
Well,
games last year.
thank
I think it'll
you
be fun. I heard
for making a
Murata-san mentioned
fantastic
he might enter
game.
some of the games this
Hey,
year.
we need to see Ono in Street Fighter. Let's get it going.
Let's get it going. You hear that, Ono-san? We want to see you enter the tournament.
There we go. I think it would make a lot of fans happy.
Cool, but again, apology if you guys couldn't hear the audio on the video. Obviously, Hiroki-san was just talking about how she's going to be participating in this year's EVO, so we look forward to it.
Oh,
Wow, that's
All right,
neat.
okay.
Joey,
Yeah.
let's recap. Can we look at all the games
Recap,
that are included
recap.
in the lineup?
Here you go.
Let's,
Tekken
I
7,
guess let's
Smash
go to the ones
4,
over.
Street Fighter
So,
5, Guilty Gear XRD Rev
ahead,
2,
Jack.
Dragon Ball
So,
Fighter,
game
Super
number
Smash
one,
Bros.
Tekken
Melee,
7.
and
Game number 2.
Blaze Blue Cross Tag and
for
Justice 2.
Wii U. Game number
It's
3.
like a
Street
giant
Fighter
hole
5
in the
Arcade
middle,
Edition.
though.
Yeah.
Four, Blaze
the
Blue
EVO
Cross
logo.
Tag Battle.
Needs to be
Game
a
number
ninth.
5, Guilty Gear Rev
Or
2.
fan
Game
voted.
number 6, Injustice 2.
I don't know.
Game number 7,
They sound pretty definitive on.
He did
Round
say
out
on
top
Dragon Ball
8.
Fighters, he did
Eighth
say
game, Dragon Ball
like this is
FighterZ.
the last
Yeah.
one
So
because they're
this is
expecting
our
so many
lineup for
like thousands of
2018,
entrants from multiple
and,
games. So
I think it's going to be a really exciting year for all these new fighting games and returning favorites to the EVO lineup.
Yeah, so hopefully everyone's
So
able to
one
join
new
us this year.
game
It's
in
going to be
there.
August 3rd through 5th.
Two.
A little bit later than what we're used to, but again,
Well,
we hope
yeah.
everyone is able to make it out to Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay. Now, I think this is going to be the fun part, is we're actually going to start answering some of the questions from the community I know you guys have been using that EVO 2018 hashtag. Do we have any?
So guys, clear your schedules. August 3rd through 5th. That is going to be I assume Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So I think people should hit up our Twitter handle at EVO, or just put them in the Twitch chat.
Well, actually, I need to have a question, Joey.
All right.
So we announced the 8 games, obviously. What's going to be on
Sunday?
All right.
Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Oh.
So Sunday's games have been decided.
Oh.
Obviously, they will coincide with registration because we have to sell tickets to the arena. So we want to be upfront about that, about what we plan to put on Sunday.
Yep.
In no particular order. We haven't decided the order for Sunday, and we'll do that at a later date, but we want to make sure that all 5 games are up front.
5 games on Sunday, okay.
Are you just thinking of, are you making it up on the fly? Because my heart is beating so fast right now.
No, this was decided a while ago.
Okay.
So game number 1 in the arena will be Guilty Gear Rev 2.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
It's actually not the order, it's just 5 games.
Okay.
Game number 2 in the arena will be
I'd rather watch that than 4.
Making its return to
it's
Sunday.
It's going to be back this year.
I know, that's going to make a lot of people
happy.
Is
Melee?
Yeah, we definitely... one of the reasons we didn't do it last year is because we obviously put Smash on TV and we couldn't announce that till the very end. So
of course,
we hope fans understand that that's what we were aiming for last year, and I thought it was a Smash success. Game number 3 is Tekken 7.
Tekken 7.
Will be in the arena again.
Of course.
Game number 4 will be Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
And the 5th game in the arena will be Street Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5.
Nice.
It's a good lineup.
So
that is a very good Sunday lineup.
Registration will open next week sometime, probably Thursday or Friday.
So that
we'll
means
let
that
you know
4,
and via Shuriken.com,
Smash 4,
and we'll have everything open.
Blaze Blue,
Smash GG, and from
Injustice
the arena ticket
are
sales.
not.
So make sure to go out and register early, because we don't let people in late. We don't let people in at all. So don't be the one guy who, after 6 months of registration being open, says, I forgot.
It's not going to be one guy. It's going to be multiple
Yeah,
guys,
we
of course.
know. So
yeah, make sure you guys register. And again, all that information next week. Hotel information as well.
Sure. Right when registration goes up, the hotel link will go up. So it'll all be on the same page where you can register and get a hotel and buy arena tickets all in one shot. So you can knock it out and don't have to worry about it until EVO comes around in August.
Nice.
Cool. So
then
again,
media stuff will go up later.
A few more questions because I know a lot of people are probably thinking about it. So we went over the games that are going to be on Sunday.
Hopefully the media stuff goes up next week.
A lot of people are probably going to ask is how can they be part of EVO? How can they be a part of it, I should say, whether it's a judge, commentary, or if they want to maybe exhibit or showcase their stuff at the event. What can they do? How can they be a part of it?
Well, EVO is very famous for using community staff members to help out and kind of run the event. So on our website, we have a judge's application, which will open up very soon, where you can apply to be a judge. And you help us out throughout the event, proctor matches, and make sure the tournament runs on time. And we give out awesome, I think we had cool jackets.
Please be judges next year, guys.
We gave them free arena tickets.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, that's just too bad. And we fed them, and I think it's just an awesome opportunity for people to be involved and help out with the biggest tournament of the year. And I think people really take that to heart and have pride behind it. So I think that's really awesome. If you're a commentator out there, nothing for us is set right now. So you need to have your reel ready. You need to have it and get it together. And
I don't know why that is buffering. Anyway, so there we have it. Yeah, 8 games. We were expecting 1 bonus game. We got it.
Yeah, they were not going to not say Dragon Ball. That was
That would be
a given.
Crime against humanity.
EVO, you need like it's become that crazy. So don't think you're automatically in because you did it last year or whatever. You need to make sure you have an updated reel so we can check out what you're all about and what it is going forward.
Yeah, and I'm hearing things, at least from what you guys were discussing earlier, the mainstream of EVO this year is going to be done with the jump-off style, which we kind of debuted last year at EVO.
So a lot of people who were at EVO last year didn't see the jump-off because obviously they were at EVO.
Nope.
And we kind of refreshed it from EVO Japan this year, and I thought it went really well. It's kind of just a bounce around and show some different games while 4 different commentators kind of just talk about what's going on. And maybe commentators are learning other people's games, which is super awesome. And so we're definitely making that our mainstream this year. So EVO, the main channel, will be the jump-off throughout the weekend. And when top 8s come about, we'll just flip it to top 8, and that will be on the same channel as well. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing that. We think it's an awesome opportunity for players who might only know one game to kind of just figure out what's going on in these other games and maybe learn about the whole FGC as a whole.
Yeah, and that's not to say that there's still not going to be separate streams for the other games as well. We're still going to have that same kind of interaction. We'll still have highlighted games throughout the entire weekend, so I hope you guys all look forward to that. Now, I guess it's time for the tough part. You're going to have to answer some questions, Joey. From the community.
I'm always open about
what does the community have to say?
Do we want to watch these?
Okay, well,
we'll stay with it just for a second
I have
here.
A question. Well, not me, but let's go off the list. So first one is from Sumichu, and she's asking, what's Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
It's a new fighting game.
No, I think she's just trolling you because of you keep calling it Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's fighters.
Yeah,
with
like
a Z.
Yes, but it could be the way I've
that
seen
game should be called Fighter
goes
Z.
both ways.
Period.
So unless the community adopts it,
it's a capital Z.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with call it either way.
He's a man after my own mouth.
I'm used to.
So I called it Fighter Z forever.
Yeah, when we were all talking about it for months up to the release, we all were calling it Fighter Z, and then next thing we know, we're like, okay, I guess it's fighters.
Right.
I had no idea.
Anyways, we'll go to our next question. Wow, this question is at EVO. Do you think Melee will be removed someday?
Of course. Like, I think Melee's life cycle peaked around the donation drive, and I think it's still a very strong game. And there's many events. I think there's a tournament for Melee like every week of the year, which is super crazy to me. But at one point, it's all gonna end, right? Like it's definitely had its cycle, and there's a lot of new fighting games coming out, and EVO can't do every game. Otherwise, it'd be a 7-day EVO with 14 games.
I'm cool with
I
that.
would be fine with 7 days of EVO with 14 games.
Yeah, I would too.
For now,
we're the top 8 for games like like the CVS.
I mean, I've played a lot of Melee and a lot of Smash 4, but it's time for Melee to go.
A few years ago, having a side stage which had top 8s for tournaments.
And where are they now? Oh wait, they're back. Never mind.
I don't know, but I think if we can recreate that magic on an official stage and let communities maybe do a top 4 or let games that are not at EVO be on the stage, I think it would be super awesome. So we should definitely look into that and see if we can make it happen this year.
Sure. Another question that just came through is, when does registration start? They probably didn't hear it a little bit earlier, but when does registration begin?
All right, so let's just say next Thursday, so that would be the 15th.
Yes.
Let's just try for noon.
Okay. So that's going to be for the tournament and also the arena tickets?
Everything.
Everything.
We're aiming for hotel, registration, spectator, which is the same thing as registration. You just need to buy a ticket, and then arena tickets. So let's plan for next Thursday at noon Pacific time, and we'll let everyone buy their tickets and get ready for EVO.
Do you want to answer that question at the top?
Sure.
So the next question here is, when's Marvel?
Marvel's happening in 2018. It's a side tournament, I guess. Marvel just, we know it was on a slippery slope, and it had a lot of competition going forward, and it just kind of fizzled. It's not to talk smack on Marvel or anything. It's always been a great game for EVO. It's had a stoic 15 years at EVO.
Joey's trying his best to not just bury Marvel right now.
Yeah. Right.
Like, it was crazy.
I'm glad he's giving it a legit answer, though, not just
people are playing it, and that's the problem. We always had to support
political
games that people
BS.
actually play. And I know just had a tournament, and it got a decent amount of people, but I think it didn't make the cut this year. So we're definitely sorry that it didn't make the cut, and we look forward to an awesome side tournament, and maybe we'll get some hype stuff, and we'll get it on the stage like we talked about, and then we'll go forward.
That's it, dudes.
Yeah,
this
so
is the
again,
death.
just
That's the
because
death
it's not
knell
in the main
for
lineup doesn't mean it doesn't
Marvel.
belong at EVO. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be there. So I hope you guys look forward to it. Okay, this is, I guess, more of a question for our production team, for Chris Seg. So when are we setting up an EVO Espanol stream?
Oh, Dave, aren't you glad you got it for free?
Our awesome sponsor, Twitch, gives me a dual audio channel.
It is. It's just no one's playing it. And that's
I want 4 audio channels built into their software.
I think Dragon Ball definitely just was the nail in the coffin.
We can have
Oh, sure.
Japanese.
We can have Japanese. We can have Korean. We can have whatever. And you don't have to have a different stream. You can still have the same video feed, just different commentary. And I think that would work out really well. And I've been asking them for that for 4 years, 5 years now.
Wow. So Twitch engineers, I hope you guys are listening. Hopefully you guys can help put this on for our event.
Yeah, we really need that. Like, I think that would be a game changer in the FGC, and I think that if they made that happen, it would be worthwhile for everyone. It doesn't even have to be us. It could be for Dota. It could be for League of Legends. It could be for any game. It's just super awesome that way.
Sure.
So they need to do that.
Okay. I have a question, because I know it's come up as well, is if you're a company and you're interested in sponsoring EVO or having a booth at EVO, where should they go?
We can definitely send them to, we have an email set up for them. It's bizdev@shuriken.com. that will be handling all the inquiries for everything, whether it be the BYOC, whether it be for sponsors looking for boosts, whether it be for the indie area, whether it be for anything regarding
Artist Alley,
Yep. Anything,
all of which are part of the fun of EVO. Because man, oh man, I have just as much fun roaming around the different merch stands and indie areas, artwork stands, as I do watching the amazing competitions happening at EVO each year.
And,
oh god, I'm still kicking myself not buying Taiko Drum Master.
This hat right here, I got it off the internet.
You gotta bring the right luggage with you.
I know, it'll get pulled from me at
so if you guys
TSA.
Look it up, just look up Dragon Ball Majin hat. I'm sure you'll find it. That was a weird question that was filtered out, but it looks like, I guess, that might be all the time we have for questions today. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of questions.
Okay.
Both myself and Mr. Wizard will be probably answering them when we can. Oh, actually, someone did ask, when do press applications or media applications come out for the event?
They will open sometime at the end of March.
Okay.
So we
end of
usually
March,
do that,
Dave.
and then you can apply to be a press person. And,
Okay.
we'll definitely get you credentialed so they can cover the event like last year and go forward from there.
Cool. So again, August 3rd through 5th.
August 3rd and 5th, 2018 at the fabulous Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. I think this is going to be a really monumental year for us.
I'm stoked.
Dragon Ball might
This
be
is so cool.
the biggest
God, I'm so
thing.
hype already.
I hope so.
I would be really scared to see that because the numbers coming out of Combo Breaker early are really high. So I'm really scared to see what happens when EVO opens registration and kind of just goes down the path of how big and
scared for registration.
And if it's on par with Street Fighter 2016, it might be really dangerous and scary. So
it could be.
We're definitely really going to be watching that really closely.
Street Fighter 2016 had over 5,000 entrants.
Going forward to make
Jesus.
Sure all these players, and we hope that the FGC in general is very welcoming to new players across the world because this is their first
5,000 entrants for that, and then
alone.
So
you probably see a significant bump up for Street Fighter 5 because Arcade Edition is out. And
I guess we had two other questions
pretty
pop up.
Right.
If you don't mind, Mr. Wizard, I'd like to ask you one question here.
Are.
Are you going to do a charity event again this year? They would love to support the Make-A-Wish Foundation again.
We are actually doing something at the end of the month with Humble Bundle. So stay tuned to that. We're definitely we're partnering with them. We're going to do relief for Puerto Rico in that Humble Bundle. So make sure you.
I'm a subscriber.
We're doing that going forward.
I would be a subscriber for a fighting game Humble Bundle.
Twitter and Shuriken.com, and we'll definitely get that news out later in the month. But I think it's going to be an awesome kind of get together.
And one last question. This is the last
and Puerto
question.
Rican relief is definitely worth it.
Who do you guys main in your favorite fighting games? Asking for a friend. What, I mean, what is your favorite fighting game?
My stream's crapping out. Of course, right at that moment. All right. Anyway,
okay.
I'll just go ahead.
There goes that, guys. There it is. It's the EVO 2018 lineup of games.
Wow. No, I just came back. He just said his favorite fighting game is currently Tekken.
Yes, I forgot. He didn't say who I didn't see who he played as, but
no, I didn't either.
So we picked right. If Joey himself loves Tekken, then we picked the right fighting game of the year.
There was no question about it. Of course, we picked the right fighting game of the year.
I know.
We're not amateurs.
I'm telling it to Justin. Injustice 2.
Injustice 2.
The biggest surprises to me, I mean, Blaze Blue Cross Battle getting in on the main stage. That's big.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise.
We get 2 DLC character information and a release date for North America and Japan, and it's not coming to Xbox, people. It's everything but Xbox. Because it's PC, Switch, and PS4. That surprised you guys that it's not coming to Xbox at all?
No.
No, not really.
But it's coming to PC?
Right. As much as I think that they're trying to get more, overseas releases for the Xbox, and I'm sure they're doing whatever they're doing. I'm sure there's just a line that has to be drawn, but I mean, it's not really surprising. I mean, how many of those games really have much of an Xbox history?
Sure.
So
you got to remember, these games are very Japan-centric, and the Xbox, the Xbox is dead in Japan. I mean,
right.
I'm with you. We also see again Guilty Gear XRD Rev3. I have to think this is the last year for that, honestly. It's a lot of people playing it, but I think it's the last year because something else will come out to take its place.
Yeah.
Right.
No Marvel.
No.
I mean,
probably the biggest thing. You know?
There'll be a side tournament for sure, so that we will see Infinite there in some capacity, but not on the main stage. And Joey came out and said that this game is pretty much dead, which is sad and actually makes me glad I didn't buy the character pass because, boy, I stopped caring about Marvel. It's a good game, but
well,
I have
damn
other
it,
games
Jeff!
right now.
I just bought the season pass.
Oh, I'll fight you. If it goes on big sale, if it goes like half off, I'll buy it because I want to play as Black Panther.
It was $20 actually this week, so it's still $20.
Wow. I could spend $20 on a Rev 2 though. My Rev 2 upgrade.
True. That's true.
I mean, what can I say? I chose the character pass for the game that I had over Rev 2. I might still pick Rev 2.
Yeah.
I'm a weak man, you know that.
I do know this.
So are we surprised that you're seeing Blaze Blue like with coming out so short beforehand and then being at EVO?
Yes,
very
Not really.
So. I'm just going no, but go ahead, David. Why are you surprised?
Well, I mean,
for that one?
It's just you don't give people enough time to get used to the game and
sure
really develop that high level. And I think that this is going to be a one-off game. I don't think you're going to see it come back next year unless it blows up. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But for all intents and purposes, this is probably going to be a one-off, and you're not really giving people too much time. Now, that being said, this is going to be systems that are familiar for people, so it's still going to be a really great tournament.
Right.
But it is kind of it's very surprising that they would put this game into the tournament with less than 2 full months to go until EVO comes around.
Right.
I think that's genius because not only do you get the people who are Blaze Blue fans picking it up and wanting to play as much as they possibly can, but then you can become the new guy. You can be that person who's not been a Blaze Blue fan.
Sure.
Jump in. You got 2 months. Hey, you're kind of on equal footing.
Yeah.
So you can get that new blood in there who wants to try it out. For perhaps they are Under Night fans, perhaps they're Persona 4 fans, and they can all Ruby fans. They can all just jump in and try it out and not be the worst at it because no one's figured it out in that 2 months. So I think that'd be a good thing for both the current Blaze Blue fans or new people to the series.
Yeah, that is a really good point.
Yeah, I agree with that point too. But I'm kind of like, it is still kind of a little bit shocking. I mean, it's still only 2 months, but I mean, like you said, it just gives people a chance to be that new guy. Because, what if you're that new guy that just picks up the game and you're just fantastic at it? You go to EVO and just happen to win. Kind of come out of nowhere, but like Dave said, it could just be a one-off game too. It's not see it next year. So
is this guaranteed we're going to if we don't get a release date of Soul Calibur at E3, it's going to happen at EVO?
I would imagine.
Yeah, there's got to be something at EVO. I mean, like I said, you're probably going to see a playable build at EVO.
Yeah,
and we have to play it. We have to play it.
I mean, they had one over at EVO Japan just recently, so there's no way that they're not going to have it at EVO.
Right.
Do we think that Soul Calibur 6 will be as hype as a build of Dragon Ball FighterZ?
I don't know if it'll be quite as hype, but it will be very, very hype, and it will be very hard to get a play session in with that game.
So we'll have to get there early with our with their hopeful credentials.
Yeah.
And get in before the crowd does, before we get trampled.
Right.
So what kind of numbers are we expecting Dragon Ball FighterZ to get? They were talking about how it may approach Street Fighter V 2016 levels, which was over 5,000. Could we see Dragon Ball FighterZ hit that, or could we see them break that record?
I see him breaking it. I see 5,000 easily.
Yeah.
Just because from what we knew from last year's hype and the fact that by August there's going to be some more DLC characters, so there's going to be more reasons to stick their teeth into it. So I think this will be, if the record is 5,000, this is going to laugh at it and just say, nah, son. So there's going to be a huge crowd for this one.
It's just going to be a huge crowd in general, because I think you're absolutely right. I think you're going to get 5,000 to 6,000 for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and then you're going to have. I don't see Street Fighter V dropping in entrance, especially after Arcade Edition came out. I think you're going to see it bump up a little bit.
I think so too.
They dropped dramatically last year. They had about 2,000, maybe 2,500 entrants in the tournament last year. I think you're going to see him bump back up to around 3,000 at the very least.
Sure, because now it's a good game. Street Fighter is a good game, and then also by this time we'll have some more DLC characters again. So you're going to have different play styles and different different techniques. So it's it's going to go back up to where it needs to be.
It's going to be that huge hall is going to be crowded because between those two, I mean, we're estimating 8,000 just with those two games, and then you add in probably 1,000, 2,000 each maybe for Melee and Smash 4 each. And then you add in probably 2,000 for Tekken, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 for Tekken, and then probably close to 1,000 for BlazBlue Cross Battle and Injustice 2. You're looking at a really crowded hall.
He said he was nervous. He's kind of scared to see the entrance. That's pretty hefty.
You're gonna have like a 20,000 entrant tournament.
Yeah.
So okay, let's go ahead, Justin.
I was just saying I'm with you guys on this 100%. I think that Dragon Ball is going to bring in. I think they easily bring in 5,000 people and 5,000 entrants. I don't see how they don't. I mean, they may even mentioned it in the promo for it here on the EVO stream that this is a game that's bringing together multiple communities. I haven't seen a lot of Dragon Ball other than when I was in middle school, and I don't know a lot about it, but I'm playing it. And then you got a guy who's really into Dragon Ball, and knows everything about the lore and everything you should possibly know, and he's playing it. So it's going to bring in the casual and the diehard. But like you said, I think it's easily going to hit 5,000. And then Street Fighter, there's no way it doesn't bump up. It's too good of a game now.
Yeah.
It's too good of a game for it not to. And like you said, it's going to be massive. Just absolutely incredible.
They're going to have to put Dragon Ball Fighters on Sunday. I mean, they already are, but they're going to have to do it just to get to top 8s from all the entrants that they're going to have.
Right.
And then look to space that out between that and Street Fighter, just to let the crowd kind of, because you can go out and get some beverages for coming back to the arena.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, let's just recap this again here real quick. So the 8 games are Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball Fighters, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Guilty Gear XRD Rev3, Injustice 2, Smash 4, and Smash Melee.
Yep.
And the Sunday's games are Guilty Gear, Tekken 7, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball, and
Melee.
Thank you.
Yeah, Melee.
Does that surprise you that Melee is going to be on the main stage on Sunday?
It does not. So it sounds like they're not going to try and put Smash on TV again, unless they do a Saturday deal for Smash 4, because I don't.
Unless they realize, because last year's on Disney XD.
Yeah.
So if last year they went, that was freaking long and boring. Let's do the other one. Maybe then they'll see that and go, "Oh, this is better."
Well, and I don't know what the player base is for Smash 4 as far as what's going to be there. Like we said, we easily probably 1,000. You would think. So obviously Zero dropped off, so you're going to get you got to get some sort of new blood in there, and I think you're going to get a little bit. But it is a more difficult game to watch. Melee's a little faster pace, but that fan base is so rabid, it almost has to be on Sunday. Like you said, when they do finally kick that game to the curb, I mean, whew.
Oh God, it's just it was terrifying. So Injustice 2 finals got over. So Dave's doing his thing and running around to get pictures like a pro, and I'm just going, this is pretty, and I'm in the back watching the Injustice 2 grand finals. I know it's time for Smash Melee because the zombie horde just turned and everyone grabbed his seat like it was a fucking apocalypse and just came running. And I feared for my life. I literally was standing there afraid for my life.
And that's why it's on Sunday.
Yeah, the zombie horde picked up chairs, and I'm the window of the place they're gonna loot. They're gonna fucking chuck it at me. So I just back up, walk to the back of the arena, and just at the back of the hall, and just go, okay, you guys figure it out. I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be right back.
Mango fans crowding. I was up at the stage for that whole grand final. And Mango fans bum rushing to get up as close as they can to the stage to congratulate their idol for a second place finish. And these are a bunch of dude bros, and I'm not a big guy, so this was like the only time that I felt physically intimidated amongst like thousands and thousands of fighting game fanatics This was the only time I felt intimidated during that whole thing, was when Mango's followers came up to congratulate him.
Jeez.
This is everybody there's super nice. They're all super nice, super friendly. Sure. No problems, at least from my vantage point. I'm sure there were fights in the after beers, but as far as the actual, they could not have been any nicer and more welcoming to newbies like us who were just at this tournament the first time or second time. They were super cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing. What I was going to say is, back in 2016, my first trip to EVO, the Melee crowd. This is a crowd that's so fanatical. So Melee was in the Mandalay Bay, the arena, on Sunday that year, and the crowd, I can't remember which game got finished. I think it was Guilty Gear. So that one gets done, and then the crowd starts cheering. This roar erupts from the crowd as technicians bring up an old CRTV so they can set it up for Melee.
Nice.
They cheered the TV.
Nice. That's where we are now.
Yes.
And you'll see some CRTs for other side tournaments. Like I said, I saw Street Fighter 2 being played out there. Right. I saw some other some PS1 fighting games. There'll be stuff happening. And like I said, all three of us are planning on going. We're going to apply for our media badges and hopefully pick those up. So we're going to use this in our little press package saying, bring us back. Mm-hmm. We're going to have interviews with the developers of the indie titles. We're going to try and get interviews with the players, perhaps. We're going to get some behind-the-scenes pictures. I want to do a nightly wrap-up here on the Twitch channel. We just pick a little place to kind of have a place to sit down, and we all kind of talk about our day's recap every night. Maybe invite the devs to come on and have a few beers with us and talk about their games and about the business.
Cool.
So you're saying that I need to make sure that I get a free carry-on or something, or at least a much bigger.
We need to, with Justin coming to alleviate some of the prices on this. I think we can afford an extra bag because we got some equipment. I really want to get a proper microphone and the proper stuff to stream and stuff like that. So we'll make a production out of it.
All right, gentlemen, we've got the games, we've got the dates, we've got the hype. Any last words before we put a bookend on the EVO 2018 lineup? And before we do that, though, let me just plug one more time.
Oh yes,
the Midwest Online Championship Series. If you're in the Midwest, if you want to play some fighting games, if you want some good competition, you can sign up. This tournament is free. It's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. You can sign up at the web address that is right on your screen in front of your eyeballs right now. You can watch all the action live at twitch.tv/team Onitoshi, or you can just keep it right here on twitch.tv/nerdbacon, because we're going to go ahead and simulcast that live. So anyway, tomorrow starting at 7 o'clock, they'll be playing Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Again, completely free. They've got ranking points. They've got a grand prize for the winner at the end of each month. Don't miss it. If you're interested at all in some good competition, hit up Midwest Online Championship Series. Again, starting tomorrow night, 7 p.m. And you can catch the action. If you don't want to sign up, you can catch all the action on Twitch.tv. So there you go. All right.
Yeah, and we're hoping to tag along with more of the local fighting game scene as well, because there's a bunch of tournaments that happen all the time around Des Moines. So we're hopefully we can jump in and hang out with those guys and do some work with them for sure. So there'll be more fighting game stuff coming in the very near future as well. Fellas, I want to play more. I want to play all those games right now. I want to play all the fighting games right now. So I may put some Dragon Ball for a little bit. I may play some Tekken or some Street Fighter. I don't know. I just got my 3rd orb for the Rashid costume.
Wow.
So there's 2 days left before the 4th one starts kicking in. So I'm almost done with that beautiful Joe costume. I'm very excited about that.
Very nice.
I feel like I spent too much goddamn fight money though.
That's
this fight money thing is really pissing me off. I want fight money, Capcom.
Justin, preach at us real quick.
You know what? I just want to take a moment and just say that I am really fucking stoked to go to this game. go see these games and go to EVO. I am super excited. just watching this and hearing you guys talk about it, like I don't have any experience like going to this, and I watch it every year. I've been watching it for years, going back to before I was part of Nerd Bacon, going back to before I did a whole lot with streaming or any sort of journalism, any sort of that stuff. So I am super stoked to be able to do this and to be able to participate and do some coverage with Nerd Bacon. It's just, to be able to see this live is going to be a dream come true, and I can't just. I'm at loss for words at this point, guys.
Whatever you think it will be, it'll be way better.
Yes, than that. Yeah, and I'm so stoked to go. I just can't wait, and I'm just beyond words right now. I'm excited. I want to go play, like Jeff said. I want to go play some and get ready to go. I wish it was sooner.
6 months. We have 6 months to digest all this and apply for our media badges and get going on that. So
and save money.
Save money.
Yep.
Because that shit's expensive. Anyway.
But the hotel stuff will come out next week. So they said late next week, they'll put out all these stuff for buying tickets for spectators and for the hotel information, stuff like that. So we'll get an idea roughly about what it will cost us. But it was, with 3 of us going, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
all right. Gentlemen, any closing thoughts? Anything else?
I can't wait.
There we go. Folks,
Yeah.
there you
I echo it.
EVO 2018, August 3rd through 5th, and you can catch all sorts of action right here, nerdbacon.com. Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, for all of us here at nerdbacon.com, I'm Dave the Watchman.
I'm Jeff, a.k.a. Jefferoth.
And I'm Justin, a.k.a. Level Up Justin, for Nerd Bacon.
Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of the Level Up Lariat podcast. We will see you here next Tuesday at usually around 8 p.m. Central, so we'll see you then. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Stay tasty.